Hello everyone, in this video I'll be explaining you the problem lexicographically smallest permutation greater than the target. Okay, so you're given two strings s and target, both having length n, consisting of lowercase English letters, written the lexicographically smallest permutation of s. Okay, it is permutation of s. Okay, which means whatever answer string you will have. So the characters, what all you have, that all characters should be present in S. I mean, whatever character present in S, only those characters we have to use, and we have to make sure we are using a permutation, basically arrangement of those characters. Okay. So that's written the lexicographically smallest permutation of S that is strictly greater than target. Okay, smallest, and it should be strictly greater than target. If no permutation of S is lexicographically strictly greater than target, return an empty string. Okay. A string A is lexicographically greater than string B of same length if in the first position where A and B differs, string A has letter that appears later in the um, alphabet than the corresponding letter in the B. Okay, so I'll tell you, don't worry. So first, let's go to iPad and try to understand what they're saying. We have 3720 lexicographically smallest permutation. Okay, greater than target. So this is the problem statement name. So basically what they're saying is they'll give two strings. Okay, one string is S and the other string is target, and both the string has length equal, which is n. We can say length of target is also n. Now what they have asked is we need to find an answer string, okay, which should be as small as possible. Okay, which should be as small as possible, and it should be strictly greater than target. Okay, then target. What is target? Target is this thing. This is the string that given target. It is saying the string answer whatever you're creating, it should be as small as possible, and it should be strictly greater than target. And so whatever string you're converting, it should be permutation of string S. I think I understood, right? So basically what permutation says is in the string S, whatever characters we have, only those characters can be used and rearrange in order to make the answer string, and whatever answer string you're making, that should be as small as possible, and it should be strictly greater than the target. So let's take some example and understand what this is trying to say. Okay, we have S as ABC and target as BBA. So now you need to create answer string. Okay, so if you create answer string, you can create answer string, let's say AAA. So this is not a valid string, I would say. The reason being is you have a string S as ABC which has occurred only one time A, but in the answer string you have three A's, which is not possible. You have to use the string A one time, string B one time, string C one time. Let's say this is your valid string. But you need to compare now. If this answer string is strictly greater than target, is ABC greater than target? No, because this is the first character where they differ, and this is greater, right? So it is not, greater. So what we can do now? Um, we can take the other way around. We can take now B, then A, C. Is BAC greater than BBA? First letter seems to be same. The second letter, again, this is greater. So it is not. Now, what can we do? Can we take B, CA? Now let's check. We have B, CA, and we have, B, BA. So obviously these two are same, and these two characters, if you see, C is greater, so this is a valid. So this is our answer. So we have BC as our answer. I think you have understood what we need to do. Just whatever whatever string s we have, um, okay, try to make sure use those characters and try to do a permutation and find it. A string which is strictly greater than the string t and it is as small as possible. One more case would be a string, as you can see, take CBA. This is also a valid one, right? But it is greater than BBA, as you can see. But CBA, if you compare with BCA, BCA is lesser than CBA, right? So this is smallest. So that thing we need to take care. Just take second example and see. We have lead and the target is basically code. Okay. So what can be your answer? So here you have first as C and C in here we don't have the smallest one is E. So you take E, okay, and you just once you've taken E, now try to make sure you take all the other characters in ascending order. If you take this way, what will happen is EETT is a string which is strictly greater than this code, and this is as smallest as possible, right? Because E is smaller than T, so E has occurred all before then T, and the first character where it differs is E and C. E is obviously greater than C, so this is strictly greater than T, and this is as small as possible. So one thing you are basically understanding, okay, is that let's take the other string. We have BA and the target is BBAA. Okay, now if you try to construct what are you can construct? You can construct this as string, sorry, answer. You can take um, AB, you can take BA, you can take BBA, and what all you can take? You can also take BAAB, also you can take ABBA, right? Sort of all strings when you're taking. Now here's the thing. The frequency of characters in the T, if say A has two frequency, B has also two frequency. Similar in the S also, A has two frequency, B has two frequency. Okay, but if you see the string T, it is the maximum possible string that is present. Like out of all the characters given, among A and B is greater. So all B has taken first times and then remaining A are taken next. So this is maximum possible, and uh, the the character using A two times and B two times, you can't create any character greater than this. This is the maximum that we can create. So in this case, it is not possible to create any such string. So in this case, we need to return answer as empty string. Um, so how do we solve is the question, right? So one idea that I'm getting is, let's take example one. We have ABC and this as BBA. So whatever answer string I have, right, what I'll try to do is I'll try to construct this T. can you construct it? That will check. Here we have B, so I'll check if this present, if this B is present in S or not. So you don't need to iterate over all, the characters of the string. You just make a frequency array. Sorry, frequency array also you can make, or you can also make map. So I'll be taking map. So as you can see, A has occurred one time, B has occurred one time, and C has also occurred one time. So when you're creating a answer out of this target, what you will have to do is you'll be checking the first character. So we'll check if B is present in this string or not by going to a map. Okay, it is a map of character comma int. Int is basically the frequency. So as you can see here, B is present. So B is present, which means we have B in S. So in that case, we'll be inserting B here, okay, and you will decrease its frequency. So it is reduced to 0. So it is like you have utilized this B. Okay. Now again you'll be checking B. Do you have B? You'll go to map. You have B as 0, which means we don't have other B in the string S. So when you don't have B, okay, and you can't insert, any character lesser than this B. Like A, if you try to insert, your answer is going to be something like B, A, and whatever you have, any character you can take. Let's say you're taking a C. So this will be a smaller than the target, right? Because here it is B. I mean, first character it is matched. The second character, whatever you have. So in which the target has greater value. So always try to take, uh, in case whatever character you are, finding in the S, if that character is not present uh, in the string, which means the frequency of that character is 0 in the map. So what you need to do is you need to try to make, take higher character, which is like C, D, E up to so on C. Okay, so you are understanding now. So now I'll try to take C. So when I try to take C, I see that C is present in the map. When C is present, I'll just put in C, and I'll make sure it is 0. Okay, and once let's say S you had some characters, T also you had some characters. So initially, let's say K characters are matched in the answer. Your answer has K characters, okay? And the K plus 1th, K, since both has, same length, the K plus 1th character is not matching. Since it is not matching, what you are trying to do is you're trying to find the next character, okay? You are trying to find the next character. So next character out of where you will find, out of this frequency you'll be finding, right? Because these characters whatever you had, right, sorry, out of remaining characters, basically, remaining character in the sense, in S whatever characters you have used, okay, that will be present here, uh, that will be present actually here in answer, okay, and it is like in the target you have at this, I mean all the characters you have utilized. And the K plus 1 character, when you are finding in the target, this character is not present in the string. String, yes, when it is not present, now you're trying to make sure this K plus 1 character, whatever you're filling, it is greater than the character here it is present. So when the character here it is present is greater, so it's like now you have already got a string, right? This target and answer were equal. Here if you see, this character is greater than this, right? So now here all the characters should be in ascending order, right? It should be in ascending order. The reason being is since your first character mismatch you have got, right, there you have present, put in the character which is greater than the target's character at that position. So now whatever remaining character you have in the S, that should be put in ascending order. Similarly, here in this example, as you can see, BC you have put in, and you have just one character at this position, so you'll just be putting this, so this will be your answer. Okay, let's follow the same approach and try to, you know, find. You have now the frequency map. Let's say create E, you have 2 times, L you have 1 time, T you have 1 time. Now you're creating answer out of target. So you're trying to find, answer. When you're trying to find answer, you'll be going more towards the first character. So C you're trying to find. You don't have C. Okay. So this is the first character wherein mismatch happened. So you don't have C. Now you'll be finding the next character like D, E, F, G up to so on. Z you'll be finding. You'll check D. D is not present here. You'll check E. E is present. You'll put in E. Okay. So you'll decrease its frequency. Now there are 4 elements left to be, placed in. Uh, you can think of from S, we have removed one E. There are 3 characters left, which is present in the frequency. T is left 1 time, E is left 1 time, L is left 1 time. Okay. And we have seen that in the target, the first position is mismatched. Okay. And we have placed in such a way that the in mismatched position, we have, put in the character which is greater than C, but as small as possible. It's like E. Since this we have done it, now here whatever character replaced doesn't matter because already this answer is, greater. So here whatever character you will be placing, that should be placed in an ascending order. So out of this E, L and T, which is smaller, E is smaller. So I'll be placing this, then L, then T. So this will be your answer. Okay. Similarly, third one is interesting. So you have BA, and your target is BBAA. Now, if you create frequency, A has occurred 2 times, B has occurred 2 times. Okay, so you're trying to create answer. So what you'll do is you'll find B. Okay, B is present. Sorry, B is present. So decreases frequency, you put in B. Okay, now you move forward. You are trying to find B. B is already present. Make it 0. B you placing. Now you're trying to find A. A is present. Decrease frequency, put in here. Now you try to find A. A is present. Decrease frequency, and you just put in A. And now if you see, answer is equals to target here because we have got, answer in such a way that basically when we were trying to, find target, if that target is present in S or not. So that target is present. So our answer is like no BBA. Okay, but this is not the case. Here the answer is it should be empty. We should return answer as empty. So before understanding this one, let's understand the other case. You have S as, let's say, AB and TA as also AB. The frequency map will be this way. B has also occurred 1 time. You're creating answer. Now what we'll do is you have 2 spots to put in. So your pointer is here. You'll find if A is present, yeah, it is present. So just put in and decrease the frequency. Move pointer ahead. B. B is also present. Decrease the frequency, put in B. So as you have seen here now, answer is equals to target. But this is not the answer. The answer can be this way, BA. If you just, reverse it, I mean, if you make a permutation, you'll get answer BA. And BA, if you check with, T, which is AB, it is strictly greater, and this contains all the elements of S. So how can you find this now? So when your T is equals to answer, so in that case what you have to do is you have to now recreate your frequency, meaning it is this right now, and your answer is AB, which is equals to target. Your target is also AB. Your pointer is here. Now what you need to do is, since all the elements were matched, let's try to make the last from the right to left. From the right to left, you will be making one character mismatched and it should be greater. The reason being from right to left because we need answer to be as small as possible. Okay, so uh, you need to now check if this first what this element you are checking, right? You are basically replacing this element. So when you're replacing this element, make sure this frequency is increased. So it's like till here the answer is correct, but we are trying to replace this one. So now the elements for what you will be checking, you will be checking from next element B, D, C, D, E, F up to so on. C you will be checking, right? So C, when you try to find, we don't have D also, we don't have E also, we don't have any element. So okay, now it's like you have not found. Now let's move I this pointer, backside. It's like we don't have any element in S which can be put in so that the answer is greater than target. Okay, so now when you are at this position, which means here whatever elements are there all are matching with T, but we are trying to replace this one now. So when you try to replace this one, you need to make sure this frequency is also increased. So it's like now these elements are matched, but these two elements are not matched, and here it is A. Now you need to find these elements. Okay, so the next elements, when you try to find B, so B is already present in frequency. So when B is present, you will replace this element with B. So you will be replacing. It's like in answer whatever you have, that is okay. I'm taking general case. Here we just two element, so in that case it will be just here B. But in general, whatever elements you have, it is okay, but it will be B. And once you have mismatched elements, decrease its frequency. Okay, and whatever elements are remaining in the frequency map, try to put that in increasing order, so you get answer as PA. The same thing will happen here also in this case. Okay, in this case now your frequency will be this way, A0 B0. You will be at this position and you will insert this into frequency and you will try to find the next element like B, C, D. So when you check in the map, you don't have those elements, so you'll move this pointer ahead. Now your frequency of A is 2 times. Now again you will be try to find B, C, D, those things, right? Up to Z. So you don't have any element in the this map. Now what you'll do is you'll try to move back, and the B frequency is increased by 1. Now when you are at B, you will try to find the next elements. Okay, up to Z. So you don't have here. So again you'll move back. Frequency of this is 2. Similarly, you'll try to find, you don't have any element, uh, and your pointer will move this times ahead. I mean backside. So when this thing happens, so in that case, definitely your answer is not possible. So your answer is gonna be empty. I think you understood, right? Since it's like a the answer whatever you got, this is in decreasing order. So when it is in decreasing order, so the target is in decreasing order. So in that case, your answer will not be possible. Okay. Yeah. I think you guys have understood. Like basically, if you try to, write in algorithm, it's gonna be first match all the all the characters of target into answer from left to right. So basically whatever s you have string, and whatever t you have string. Okay, so you're trying to put these strings into your answer. Okay, you can take k strings you have matched, that you're doing. Then at mismatch, at mismatch position, try to insert next greater element. Okay, you're basically trying to insert next greater element there. If that is not present, then move one step back and do the same. Okay, so once we have found out a mismatch positions character, so in that case, from the next character, I mean, from the next index you can think of, from the next index, insert elements in ascending order. Because wherever it was a mismatch, let's say k characters are matched, and this is k plus 1, and here we have, n minus k minus 1 elements, or you can think of this way, this many elements we have. Okay, uh, it's a string, answer. So when you have this thing, right? So this is the position wherein you had mismatch element, meaning you couldn't, put that character of target into your answer. So you are finding the next greater element. When you have here at next greater element, so definitely your string is now strictly greater than target. Okay, because these characters are matching in target, and this is the character which is greater than target. And since your answer wants to be as small as possible, so you need to now fill the remaining characters of s. Okay, remaining character of s in ascending order. Ascending order. I think you guys have understood. So yeah, this was it about the problem statement. Let's go to coding part. So first thing first, we'll take en as size of the string. We'll take frequency, map. We will, take all the characters of string s, because that is the, uh, those are the characters that we need to make a permutation and make the answer. Okay, so we are taking all the characters of s in frequency. Now we'll be taking answer of size n, and initially all the places will hold, you know, a space value. Now you take one variable I, initialize with a 0, because in the target it will be pointing to the first element. Okay, so now we need to take while I is less than n. What you're now doing here, you need to check if frequency of target of that character, I mean whatever character we have at target of I, if that character is present in frequency, so simply we need to put that character into answer of I. Okay, and try to decrease the frequency of target of I character. If that element is not present, which means we have found a mismatch. Okay, we have found a mismatch. So we need to find the next greater element. Okay, so in that case, we'll simply break, and don't forget here I plus plus. So it may happen that in a case wherein you had, this third case, so in that case, all characters will match, and still the answer you have not found, right? So in that case, you need to check if I is equals to n. So you need to know reverse uh, the search. When you're reversing search, so your I will be, in this case, your I will be pointing to n. So you need to just take one step back. When you're taking one step back, and that at that position, okay, you're trying to put in the next getter element. So this particular character has to be put in frequency. Frequency of answer of I will be plus plus. Since in this case both answer and target are same, so that's the reason I was put in answer of I. Okay. Now you need to take one more while loop while I is greater than equals to 0. Okay. Let's say you are at this position and you are finding the um, next character. So that is going to be you can say character ch is basically target of I. Here also you can take a target of I only, don't take answer. And you're finding the next character, right? And ch less than equals to c, ch plus plus. So next character you're finding, you need to find if that character is present in frequency, then you found out the answer. So your answer of I is gonna be ch, and frequency of ch will be decreased by 1. Now you need to make sure all the remaining characters are put in ascending order. So from the map, the remaining character will get okay. Uh, in the frequency, second, I mean value, it's QA pair. So value is basically the frequency of that character. And since I'm using ordered map, so this should be in ascending order. So your answer of plus plus I is gonna be IT dot first. Once you come out of this loop, you need to return the answer. Now it may happen that uh, in this case, as you can see, you'll be finding next greater character, but next character, greater character you have not found. So you need to now move back and find for this position next greater character. So what you need to do is you need to do I minus minus and insert that frequency. If I is greater than equals to 0, you have to make sure frequency of um, target of I is basically plus plus you can do. Okay, so you'll be finding for the this character if the next greater character is present. As you can see in the map, we will have only AA. So next greater character is like from B, you don't have. So again, this will not be executed. You will move back. You will be at this position and try to find the next greater character, which is C. But in your frequency map, you will have A two times, B one time. Okay, and then you'll move back. You have not found actually. So at this position, your frequency map will have A two times, B two times, but you are finding C. C is not present. Now you'll do again I minus minus and you'll come out of the loop, which means you have not found the answer. When you have not found the answer, you need to return empty string. Okay, let's try to run it. Let's try to submit. So got accepted, and if you try to analyze the time complexity, this is taking O of n. Okay, this is also taking O of n. and this one is also taking O of n, not more than that. So basically the time complexity is linear, and space complexity, if you see, we are using a frequency map. But if you see in the question, they have said we have only lower case English letters, which is like only 26. So the size of the frequency map will be 26. So we can treat this as constant. So time complexity is linear, space complexity constant. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video.